6 vaping-related deaths, senators on both sides of the aisle are calling for immediate withdrawal of all flavored e-cig products. Officials are urging the FDA and Consumer Product Safety Commission to order recalls for any products that can be tampered with. And Senator Mitt Romney is urging the Department of Health and Human Services to consider an industry-wide recall as they investigate those deaths. The Upstate New York Poison Control Center has put together a series of videos to inform the public what they need to know about the dangers of vaping. It's called Vaping. Do you know what's inside? There is a long list of chemicals that likely affect brain development, and that is why vaping is a major issue for kids. According to the experts, one Juul pod could have the equivalent of nicotine to a pack of traditional cigarettes. And the devices look like a small USB, something kids save their homework on. With all the facts, there's still so much that's unknown.
In addition to the harmful chemicals that are in the vaping product, there are also tiny particles, and those tiny particles can lodge themselves in your lungs. And when they do that, over time they may cause damage. We still don't know because they are such new products.
The Upstate New York Poison Control Center handles a number of calls dealing with vaping. The number to call at any time, day or night, 1-800-222-1222. Joining us live in studio this morning, Lee Livermore, Education Coordinator for Upstate New York Poison Control. Thank you for joining us again.
You're welcome.
It's so important to have this discussion, and I know a lot of parents are, really having a hard time dealing with the kids, the vaping. Schools are having a hard time dealing with it. Just trying to get the point across to youngsters.
Absolutely. The real key thing is that these are synthetic chemicals that were never designed to be in the human body. And when they go through a process of heating up, they change their molecular structure, can cause a lot of damage.
And you're seeing this on the front lines because when someone tampers with these devices and puts maybe another product, something that they buy elsewhere, the Poison Control Center gets called because who else can deal with this?
That's right. We've had a doubling of our calls. In 2018, we had about 55 calls. 2019 to date, over 111 calls. And this is on the heels of more than 450 calls relating to these products all across the nation, especially the ones that are now causing the pulmonary disease.
What are some of the issues with the tampering of these devices?
I think some of the main issues is that they're adding other chemicals and adulterants to have a different effect from it, and they don't know where the chemicals are coming from. So they're suspecting a lot of these products are bought on the internet or what they refer to the black market or even off of the street, and yet again, they have no idea what's in it.
Which is so scary. You think it's just this little device, but then you're adding these other items to it.
That's true. And nicotine is a neurotoxin and highly addictive of itself. And then when you add all of the other chemicals in, it just takes away the importance of how precious breathing is, and we're doing damage.
Right, and permanent damage to your lungs from some of the chemicals that are found in these.
This is correct. Unlike traditional tobacco, which took perhaps decades for the problems to start happening, now with these products, it's a matter of months or even a few short years before it could be permanent lung damage.
You're referring to the timeline of like how, if you smoked traditional cigarettes, not saying anything's better than anything else.
No.
But if you smoked traditional cigarettes, those effects were more of a long-term development, whereas, e-cigarettes are fairly new, and you're seeing these really bad long-term effects from them now.
Absolutely, really bad long-term effects. And we can't fix lungs. So once you damage them, sometimes they're damaged for the rest of their lives.
So important to put this video out for teens. And we're looking right now at some of the chemicals that can be found in e-cigarettes. What's the long-term effect on a teen as far as brain development, lung, everything?
Sure. We don't know the long-term effect because it's only been around for maybe about a dozen years or so. So we're still waiting. If you look at it like this, the teens that are experimenting with them, they are the lab rats. They are the experiment. And it's very, very dangerous. And yet again, they're attracted to it because of the technology and because everybody else is doing it.
Sure. So as far as parents go, You just have to keep taking it away and educate them.
Absolutely.
All right, and a good way to educate them is through this video. We'll provide the link to that video on our website, WKTV.com. Definitely something that you'll want to watch in its entirety when you have a little bit of time. Thank you so
Great.
much.
Thank
Vicky.
you.
Such
Thank you.
important work
Appreciate
to
it.
do.